Hello again on this evening. There's always something to celebrate, as we discussed before. Today is International Pinot Noir Day. So, of course, we need to acknowledge that, being all fans of Pinot. So we're going to be talking about a Burgundy from Givry by Lumpp. So it's a Premier Cru, 2015, La Brûlée. There is a couple of dozen Premier Cru terroirs in Givry. Givry is, as you're going up from the south towards the heart of Burgundy, it's one of the early parts of the near Marsanne and Reuilly and Bouzeron. So it's part of what's called La Côte Chalonnaise. And they make a lot of red, a little bit of white, primarily red. And they have quite a few Premier Cru. There's no Grand Cru. As you know, we've discussed before, the Premier Cru is as you start going up a little bit up the hill, overlooking the river. And so François Lumpp started having his own domain. You know, he's relatively young. I mean, came from a family of vignerons. They started building their own domain in the early 1990s. In Givry, he's just entirely 100% focused in Givry. He does not make any wine that they're coming from vines that he doesn't manage and plant and look after himself. They try to be as organic as possible, but they're also realistic in terms of when things need more intervention. It's all fermented in stainless steel vats, and it's aged in, mostly neutral oak, 70% for about a year. Then it's released, and it's really is somebody who has dedicated himself to making great wines from Givry, which is not one of the sort of most prestigious appellations in Burgundy, and he's been very successful. He's now really become somebody who's sought after for his wines and the value they represent. So this is one of his appellations, if you want, one of his labels, La Brûlée. And let's see what we have. 2015, in my experience in some of these Burgundies, has been very approachable. It's a great year, but also on some of these kind of middle of the road, let's say, very high quality, but not top crus. They're very approachable and very enjoyable. So let's see what we have. The nose is very floral, which is something I've had this wine once before. We took it to a restaurant and we talked very briefly about it in a video. It was a big hit. It's very floral. It's more on the lighter side, which I like really for the summer, and this is what makes it also more approachable, for its age. You also have that sort of orange peel, notion and on the nose that you get in some of the West Coast Pinots, the Northwest. So it's really a blend of floral and citrus peel. But it's very, very pleasant. It's sort of light. Doesn't hit you. It's not overly. I don't think the alcohol is very high on this. They say 13%, but it's sort of very pleasant. It's really, even on the palate, it's a lot of fruit, and it comes across as I don't want to say lightweight, but as a lighter Burgundy. And some people may say, oh, it's a little too light, it's not complex enough. But let's remember, this is an under $50 bottle of wine from Burgundy, from a great producer in a great region. It's perfect for what it is. Very enjoyable, very fine, very fine Pinot Noir that is expressive without, making it too complicated. And the color is also great. I mean, we didn't talk about this. It's got just not necessarily as pink as some Pinots we've seen, quite Burgundian, a purely Burgundian, I would say, note. So that's really also very smack down the middle, so to speak. really good acidity, great acidity, so it's really good with food as well, but doesn't need it. The finish is not very long. It's just enough to kind of know that it's there, so to speak. But I really like these wines, and I think it's something people should seek out for the single-minded focus and purity of the Givry area, and to kind of know what this region can deliver in terms of quality and value. See you soon, and hopefully we'll have another International Day of some sort to celebrate very soon.